WDW After Dark. Now loading.
WDW After Dark. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. Starring Jeff Davis, Aljon, Kristen, and Eric Allen. WDW After Dark is live and uncensored. Call the hotline at 410-98-WDW-AD. Follow us on Facebook at WDW After Dark Webcast and Twitter at WDW After Dark. Headline news: Disney food, video games, Marvel, and Star Wars. WDW After Dark. Live and uncensored. And now prepare yourself for WDW After Dark.
It's WDW After Dark, your weekly show that brings you the best news and discussion, Disney fans, with a little bit of a late night talk show twist. We are your talking heads, Aljon, Jeff, Kristen, and Eric. All four of us are back, the Fantastic Four. And we will be talking about some Disney discussion, some voice acting, some voice over people that I guess you're going to be very familiar with. And you may not know the name, but you'll know the voice for sure. But before we get started, let's talk about WDWAfterdark.com. Make that your homepage. All right, because not only do you have all these great shows that we do on YouTube and on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn, and so much more, so many different ways for you to consume WDW After Dark in terms of listening or viewing, but you can also support our program. Not only are we on Patreon, but we also have links to Amazon. So before you type in Amazon and get working on shopping, because the holidays are here, it's hard to believe, but they're already here. You can pick up gifts for yourself, treat yourself right, or pick up gifts for your friends, Disney things, Marvel, Star Wars things, using our link at Amazon. And because we have some blockbuster films just right around the corner, getting ready to be unleashed to the world, like Doctor Strange, we have Moana, we also have Disney's Rogue One, Star Wars Rogue One. Well, it is Disney's Rogue One, let's face it. You can pick up those tickets through our link there at Fandango. Just click the link, and every time you do, once again, like anything else, we get a little credit for that, and we do appreciate you doing that as well. We also know that you are big Disney park fans, so you're planning your trip to Walt Disney World or the Disneyland resorts. Kristen at magicaljourneysvacations.com can make it happen for you. She'll remove all the worry, all the fuss, all the muss. She will also save you money in there as well, so that you can make the most out of your Disney or even Universal Orlando vacation as well. And you can click that link there at www.afterdark.com for magicaljourneysvacations.com. And now on with the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently holding for further traffic clearance.
Check out Kristen's new website, magicaljourneysvacations.com, for all your vacation needs. Disney, Universal, cruise lines, and more.
Thank you for traveling with us.
magicaljourneysvacations.com. Have her book your magical vacation today.
All right, the four of us are all here. I'm so happy. We've been reunited, and it feels so good. Aljon Go, lifelong Disney fan here. You can follow us at WDW After Dark on the Twitter, if you've got the Twitter machine. WDW After Dark webcast on the old Facebook. Joined by our fellow geeks. We are joined by Mr. Mighty Marvel Geek, Eric Allen, host of Sorcom Review on Sorcerer Radio. How you doing, sir?
Good, bud. How about you?
Man, rocking and rolling. We're back. The guitars are here. You all are here, and I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see all of us here together. Also joining us, our travel guru and foodie, the Disney foodie at diningatdisney.com, host of the diningatdisney.com podcast, Kristen. Hello.
Hello.
We're also joined by the news monster here, Jeff Davis, holding it down once again. What's up, Jeff?
Guys, good to see you.
Choosing Moms Choose Jeff. And we're happy that you are here. Now we're going to dispense with the normal headline news. We're going to go into the Disney discussion. But before we do that, since all four of us have been, doing different combinations of hosting the shows as of late, now that we're all here, it's good to see everybody. I've enjoyed the conversations over the past few weeks. That's very nice. Chris and I just got back from the Walt Disney World Resort. No, Jeff recently had gone as well. And wow, where is this year gone, man? The parks are slowly coming together, taking shape. Pandora's coming together. Any thoughts you want to share regarding your last visit to Walt Disney World Resort? Anybody?
Dude, my last visit to the Walt Disney World Resort was about 3-4 years ago.
I know.
My thoughts on my last visit, it was too freaking long ago. There you go. Next panelist.
I have a thought on mine.
Okay.
I have a word for advice for people who are wanting to watch parades with little ones.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
If somebody camps out for an hour prior to a parade because they're taking shots of the parade as it goes by, you do not have the right to walk up in the middle of the parade and push your kid up in front of other people and allow your kid to constantly push the person next to them who's trying to take pictures at night.
Would that
People
person
don't do that. It is not nice. It's not nice to the people who waited an hour when they could be, riding rides like you probably were with your kids. So.
Has that ever happened to any of you?
Is this a voice of bitter experience I hear, Kristen?
Oh, no. Why would something like that ever happen to me?
Now I hear the voice of bitter sarcasm. I know that voice.
So our friend Jason, who is also an avid WDW After Dark viewer, Chris and myself were able to attend Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party at the Magic Kingdom a few days ago. We're there. We're at Jeff's favorite spot. Jeff, where's your favorite spot?
Right there by the train station.
That's
my
right.
favorite spot.
That's where we were. We were at your favorite spot at the train station. Lo and behold, we're looking down on everybody and periscoping for the fans, and of course for Will Hershey too, because it's because of Will we're able to check out the parade. What up, Will? You have a care package coming your way. Thank you. So we're there, and Kristen is there taking pictures. She's like, "Oh, I got the headless horseman. I got this, that, and the other." And this kid just pushes his way through, and it's pretty full. And okay, fine, kid. That's not a problem. Look, I'm sure we'll make room for you. But the kid is jumping and elbowing Kristen, doing all kinds of business, making a ruckus. And Kristen's looking around for the parent. Well, where are your parents? And Kristen, you want to take over from here? You want me to do it?
Well, the lady, as I kind of gave the kid a look, kind of flipped out on me. Decided to start screaming and yelling at me about looking at her kid and how he is a child and he has every right to be up there and he can hit me all he wants because he's excited. And I said to her, I was like, if you could just get your kid to stop hitting me, I'm trying to take pictures and my camera is in my hand. Now I'm leaning over the rail. So if this camera falls, it's falling a full story down below and this, $2,000 camera is going to be trash. And I really don't think she was going to pay for it when her kid knocked it out of my hand.
Oh, hell no.
And of course, she continues to scream and yell at me. And at that point,
she says, pay attention to where you are. You're at Disney.
Pay attention to where your freaking kid is. Your freaking kid is at freaking Disney.
You know what I told her? Because I say, hey, lady, why don't you back off? I said, those looks are not meant for your child. They're meant for you to be a parent and to make sure that your child behaves themselves accordingly. That's what I said. I said, back off. And, our friend Jason, he's like 7 foot tall. He's like the Undertaker, I mean, you don't want to.
Not quite, but close.
Okay, he's close. He's bigger than me, that's for sure. He's bigger than all four of us.
He's 6'5" and he's built big. Like, he's not one of those tall, lanky looking guys. Like, Jason's a good sized guy.
So anyway, and we vacation with Jason all the time. He's a great dude, but it's just amazing. She was like, well, remember where you are, he's just a kid. And like, yeah, and you should be a parent.
Well, that's what I said to her.
Yeah.
I said, well, then parent your child. And I turned back around and kept watching the parade. And she just continued to yell for a little while before she gave up because I wasn't going to respond anymore.
Well, her husband was sitting there on the phone. I think that he pretty much knew that his wife was in the wrong, but but nobody touches my wife, for heaven's sake. You're going to touch my wife? Hello. I'm standing right behind you, and that's not right.
Yeah, she grabbed my arm.
Get ready to get a cast number. See, Jeff, wouldn't you regulate if someone was doing that to you guys? If you and Nicole were there at the park, and then some kid was doing that, and you turn around to look for the parent, like, where's your parent? And something like that happened. I mean, what would you do? This is an episode of ABC's What Would You Do?
I mean, I don't know how many times I have probably said this in the last 10 years of doing Disney shows, and just for parents to control your children. This is not, the playground over at McDonald's where they can jump and scream at the ball pit and everything else. You've got people on vacation. They're trying to enjoy themselves and have a good time. You just can't let your kid bouncing in and out of people who are, 1, trying to watch a parade, 2, trying to get pictures, 3, it's like Kristen said, you get there an hour to an hour and a half early to watch a parade because you want a good spot for a specific reason, whether it be to see every single character or to take 600 pictures if you want to. That's your option, and you stood there and you did that. So what she should have done, she should have said, ma'am, I am sorry. Daughter should not be doing this. I will take them over here. I apologize. Enjoy the parade. That is what a parent does. Hands down.
And the thing is, y'all would have been fine with the kid being there.
Oh, I would have no problem with it.
If he just wasn't trying to beat you to death with his elbow.
Yeah.
To me, as long as the kid is shorter than I am, and their parents ask, hey, is it possible? I'm willing to be like, sure, just as long as I can still get my pictures and this kid's not doing anything to block my view. And in the past when we've seen things, small kids we've let come up in front of us. Mm-hmm. As long as your kid stands there and behaves, no problem. But if your kid's going to be hitting me, or your kid's being pushing or anything like that, and you didn't ask, that's just rude. Look, it's not like I'm a tall person. I'm barely taller than 5 foot, which means most kids who are 10 or older are my height or taller. So it's not like I block a whole bunch of kids' views to begin with. I hardly can see anything. We go when we see the Star Wars fireworks. Oh, there's stuff being, projected onto the Chinese theater. Oh, that's nice because I can't see it. I mean, things like that. I know what it's like to be short. I've spent the past my whole life being too short to see many things. So I understand that, and that's why when it's little kids, I'm more than happy to have them come in front of me. But people need to be nice, and their kids don't need to be hitting and pushing people or anything like that. They were pushing on me. He was pushing on the guy next to me. And as a parent, you just don't do that. You have to teach your kids to be respectful of other people. And I think part of the problem is the ticket prices are so much that people then feel they are entitled for everything to go their way because I'm paying this much for my family to be at Disney.
Well, you know what? Other people paid just as much as you did.
That's right. Well, I wonder if this has happened to anyone in our audience. Feel free to leave us a comment. Please do that. Before we get into our Disney discussion, hey guys, gal, we have viewer feedback. And
Be afraid. Be
I
very
know.
afraid.
We have comments that go published on our YouTube channel and such. So we would like to kind of take a look at some of those and talk about it. First one goes up to Evan Boucher, or Boucher. He commented on our podcast, our webcast from about a week ago, talking about the birthday cake castle. Eric, you remember us talking about the birthday cake castle?
Unfortunately, yes.
Of course, he says, FYI, the cake castle was the 25th anniversary of Walt Disney World. If you're going to bash it, get it right. LOL. And of course, I replied,
I'm sorry. What did we not get it right about?
I think we didn't. We said that it wasn't for the 25th anniversary. Did we say it was for the 25th anniversary?
I honestly don't remember if we said it was for the 25th anniversary or not. But yes, he is correct.
Yes.
It was for the 25th anniversary.
Yes, and I said, thanks for the heads up, Evan. We're just riffing here. We could have edited it out, but we knew you would fact check us, laugh out loud, Aljon. So, Evan, thank you for keeping us on the straight and narrow. Here's something for you, Kristen. Jenna Harper says, another fun show, guys, but I missed Kristen. A huge fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. here and enjoyed the first episode, but I agree with Jeff that Ghost Rider belongs on a motorcycle. What's up with the car thing? Weird. Still like the character, though. And that's from Jenna Harper. Jeff, you're still holding a torch for the motorcycle, correct?
I will always hold that torch for that motorcycle. Yeah. At least he has adopted a chain into his arsenal, which was really nice to see. But I still miss the motorcycle. Not that the car is not can be when it gets all lit up with fire and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I like the chains. He pulled out the chains. I'm like, finally. The flaming sword was interesting, to say the least. But the chain, oh my.
The chain was something. Yeah.
That was something else. Kristen, you're liking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Ghost Rider, right?
I do, because I like the character Ghost Rider. The whole,
vengeance.
Theory behind. Yes, there we go.
Yeah, the spirit of vengeance. I like it. Jenna Harper also continues with another comment. She says, I am 100% on Kristen on this. This is in regards to Jasmine's costume. They should have left Jasmine's costume alone. Kristen and I recently, of course, we're talking about the Mickey's Not So Scary, and we did see Jasmine in her kind of more modernistic cover-up outfit. That hasn't changed, guys. Have you seen any update on like Jasmine's alternate costume? Have they gone back and forth between the showing the midriff or not, or because that's all I've seen is Jasmine's newer costume. I haven't seen her in any other costumes.
Once the initial,
it's been.
Go ahead, Jeff. Jeff's he's on the Tel Aviv delay today.
Not again.
Oh no.
I haven't heard anything outside of after the initial uproar. I haven't heard anything.
Jeff and yourself? I haven't seen anything.
Same thing Eric said.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Jennifer Toto, our friend Jennifer, she says a couple months ago, they were talking, Jeff, you were talking about getting rid of Illuminations and maybe replacing it with a new modern show. And Jennifer says, Jeff, if they ever get rid of Illuminations, I'm going to have to pick it. And
well, I mean, been how long now? Since what, 2000? Roundabouts. Yeah. I mean, this show. I said this last week. Illuminations is fantastic, and it has won numerous awards for the last 5 or 6 years straight, as far as entertainment wise, for the music that is played, the fireworks that are done. But itself needs to be updated. I love the music. The globe and everything else. I think they could update the fireworks. If they updated the fireworks, then I would be happy. But this time, I still think something needs to be done. But leave the music. Don't touch that.
Man, I like the music so much. The music is kind of iconic. So do you think that maybe we should do Illuminations the Next Generation or just start over with a whole new show? Jeff, it sounds like you want like Illuminations the Next Generation, right?
Yeah, kind of like a 2.0 version of it. I think would be nice because that soundtrack is epic.
I agree. I think it's my favorite music for the nighttime spectaculars. How about you guys, Jeff? Kristen, Eric?
Favorite nighttime parade?
It's spectacular.
Yeah,
Fireworks
I
show.
don't know. Oh, well, Wishes is different from, well,
I I don't know. I definitely like the pre-show music, like flute battle, Inca dance, falling through a cloud, that sort of thing. And of course, the during the spectacular music is awesome as well. Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. There was a show that you guys did about your first trip to Walt Disney World.
Yes.
I was absent on that, but Emily Kira decided to chime in on that particular program, and she says, I was on my fourth or fifth trip to Walt Disney World, and I'm not sure if I actually have memories of the trip or merely memories of looking at pictures from the trip. I still have a silhouette of myself from that trip from Main Street, USA. She was about 4 or 5 years old when she
wow.
trip. I have memories, and back in the day, we didn't have pictures like we do now. I mean, I'd have to like go through albums and albums of old printouts. Like, these days we just take pictures with our phone and upload them to Facebook, and then that's how we get along these days.
Dude, the way that sounded though was like, back in my day, we didn't have pictures. We just had to get somebody with a chisel and a stone tablet. Well,
just about. What were the photomats? Back in the day, they don't even have photomats now. I mean, I don't know what they
remember have. Fox Photos. It's almost like a phone booth there in the middle of the parking lot.
Yes. It's like it almost, if they decided to change to do like Chinese takeout, the next day they could do that. That's how small those booths were. But it's kind of like the Panda Express for photos back in the day, folks. But yes, I mean, and that show was a really good show. If you wanted to go back and check out their discussion, I was not on that show, but it was a good discussion about y'all's first Walt Disney World trips and Disney Park trips. My first trip was at Disneyland, and I just remember Main Street is such a powerful thing when you're growing up. I was about 7-8 years old, went to Disneyland, and everything was larger than life. Everything was great. I remember.
Well, you were smaller then, so everything looked larger.
Exactly right. But it was great. I remember the Matterhorn like it was yesterday, except all the bumps. I don't remember the bumps, but I remember how cool that ride was. And Pirates of the Caribbean for sure. I remember that. I remember doing the drop. That was a lot of fun. But well, how about this? Jada M commented on, I believe this was the discussion about Epcot losing its educational vibe. Which was also another great show, Jeff. I remember you made a lot of points during that show. I think that you came up with that topic. Jada says, bless this discussion. I've been worried about have you guys read these comments? They're really good comments. Okay.
No, I haven't read them.
Bless this discussion. I've been worried about the state of the park for years. To quote Card Walker's dedication to the park, quote, may Epcot Center entertain, inform, and inspire, end quote. All attractions should fit under that mission. Where is the inform coming from in all these new attractions? I really wish Disney cared more about its roots instead of trying to scrape up as much money as possible. The heart of the park is fading, and I would hate to see my favorite park get ruined. I mean, even more. Get ruined even more. There was another sentence.
Get
ruined even more. So Jada is a big fan. So I agree.
Good for her.
I agree with you. The heart and soul of the parks, as laid out by either Walt Disney or Card Walker or Roy O. Disney, all those mission statements are things I think the parks need to adhere to. And that Disney as a whole, as an entity, as an entertainment entity, actually needs to kind of use as part of their mission statement. When news organizations are losing their integrity, as parks are diminishing to get more of a money grab, or seemingly so, I think at the heart of the issue is education, entertainment, edutainment, as it were. So I totally agree with that. And I'll open this up for more discussion. Jeff, your thoughts on that, since you brought up that discussion about the parks.
It goes right back to the discussion that we had, and Eric made a lot of great points. We all did, pretty much. And about this rumor when it comes to Guardians of the Galaxy, we try to think of a way that you can fit that into a learning experience when it comes to visiting a park like Epcot, I think. And I really, really struggle to find anything that has to do with educational-wise when it comes to characters being an attraction like that being in the park. And with the loss of almost pretty much all the exhibits over at Innoventions, you're dealing with that. So it's becoming just an empty. Disney has not decided what they want to do with yet. Then there's the whole laundry list of things we talked about. So she's right on point with what she said, and the actual vision that Disney had originally as to what that park was supposed to be like. And I always thought that's what Disney Imagineers and executives would have stayed true to. Don't know, or just they're worried about other things right now. So it's hard to say, but she's definitely on point with what she's saying. I agree.
Guys, you want to chime in on that?
I don't think I can say anything that I didn't say during that discussion itself. I mean, it's as long as I don't mind characters in World Showcase. I don't. I didn't mind the Seas with Nemo and Friends. I mean, don't get me wrong. I miss Sea Base Alpha just because I think, oh, it's cool. But it was bringing characters into a real environment, and there was an effort at education, discovery, enlightenment. Even the Grand Fiesta Tour, I really did enjoy the old El Rio del Tiempo. I like the Grand Fiesta Tour, mainly because I do like the Three Caballeros, but what are they doing? They're going through the actual country of Mexico. They're experiencing Mexican culture. Okay? I don't have a problem with that. I think they just completely dropped the ball when they said Frozen Ever After. It's not. It's turned the pavilion into Arendelle, and it's the new suburbs of New Fantasyland.
All right.
It's just
Yep.
Just took that educational, that discovery element, and just go, oh, look, here's toilet paper. Let's wipe our butts with it.
Yeah, right. We have one final comment here. We've got one from Amboy10, and he's also a big fan of the show. There was one show we were talking about what attractions we'd like to spend the night in. And he brings up this question. If you got stuck on an attraction all day and had to keep riding it, what attraction would you pick to be stuck on? He's asking us as a group. Mine would be Splash Mountain. I could ride it all day. Oh, I like that question.
I've been stuck on Space Mountain for a while.
Do you say Space Mountain or Splash Mountain?
Actually, he wanted to be stuck on Splash Mountain. I'm sorry. Did I say Space Mountain? It was Splash
Did I say Space Mountain?
You said Space Mountain.
I meant to say Splash Mountain.
Oh, okay.
I've not been stuck on Space Mountain yet.
Okay. So what would you be stuck? What would you like to be stuck riding all day?
Spaceship Earth.
Good one. I have a feeling Jeff might have that same answer, Jeff.
Ooh.
Kristen, you want to chime in?
That's
Jeff can think about it.
That's a really difficult one because it's, I'm like, gosh, do I go with a thrill ride or with like an Omni Mover? And I'm like, starting to think that, after so many times on a roller coaster, the thrill of it is kind of gone. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
So, you kind of get numb to it. So I am going to have to go with the Haunted Mansion because there's so many things to look at
Nice.
that, especially when you get up to the attic and all of the stuff with Constance Hatchaway, that, I mean, you could never get tired of finding something new in there because there's so much stuff. And it's dark, so your eyes have to focus more in the attraction, that it takes your brain longer to process what it's seeing. So that's why I'm going to go with the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, it'd be nice to actually stay there because then you could explore all the different aspects of that attraction without the Omni Mover. Jeff, did you finally find one?
I like Kristen's suggestion simply because one of the reasons is that Marceline to Magic Kingdom tour that I took a few months ago, where I got to see those behind the scenes of the Haunted Mansion were just amazing to see how it actually works and everything. But yeah, if it all comes down to it, it'd have to be Spaceship Earth, I guess. So
what room
I get
would
to smell
you stay in?
Rome every 15 minutes.
What if the Omni Mover stopped and you had to camp out in a room, which one would you camp out in?
Ooh.
I'll tell you where I'd stay. I'd stay in the Beatles room. I'd hang out and watch TV with the family. I'd be on that shag carpet in no time. I'd be like, let's look through all these vinyls. Let's check it out. Let's turn on a record. Let's hang out with Fox. Let's hang out with Foxy in the computer room.
Well, the last few times it hasn't been a Beatles album that's been facing out either.
I know. It's weird, right?
They keep changing it.
I know. See, that's a
the small radio studio that they have there in the
radio
the
station.
attraction.
You'd feel right at home in there, wouldn't you, Jeff?
This just in.
Yeah.
It'd have to be the Renaissance room for me.
Would you be falling asleep doing the transcriptions of the Bible?
No, I'd be in there playing around with the sculptures and goes like, "Oh, you missed a spot over here." Ding, 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 ding.
You could repaint the Sistine Chapel.
There you go.
Right. Yeah.
All of a sudden, it'd be like Family Guy. All of a sudden, hey, what's Brian doing up there? Oh, that's strange. I think for me, if it was an attraction that was on all the time, it would probably be Star Tours. And if I had to stay in an attraction, it would be Star Tours because I'd want to check out all the droids and all the cool stuff in there. But that's just me. Well, thank you guys for all of that feedback. If you want to leave your feedback, please do so on our YouTube channel. We can do that. You can also do it on social media as well. Once again, WDW After Dark webcast on Facebook and Twitter, WDW After Dark. You can even send us an email if you will. It's so archaic to send email, but we do get it. WDWAfterdark@gmail.com.